guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I have been waiting to film. I just haven't had the time, but now I have the time, so let's do it. We're talking about the new Too Faced Extra Spicy Gingerbread palette. You might be like, Melissa, you already made a video about this last year. No, it's a different palette. They look very similar, but it's a different palette. So last year, Too Faced released their Gingerbread Spice palette. This year, it's called the Extra Spicy Gingerbread Spice palette. They look the same. The colors are very similar at first glance, but when you start to really dig into it and you start to really look at it, the colors in the Extra Spicy palette are a little bit warmer. There's more peaches, more pinks, more mauves, and overall it just has a little bit more of like a warm undertone to it, whereas last year's is much more neutral. Can you see the difference there? So yeah, I thought we can talk about this palette today. We'll do some swatches, we'll put some on my eyes, we'll just kind of play with it and have some fun. Now, Too Faced also released a little miniature hot buttered rum palette this year. At first, I was like, wow, that's such a good deal. It's so cute. There's 8 colors in it. It's $25. And, you know, it is kind of a good deal, but for double the price, this is $49, you get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 colors. So you get like triple the amount of colors for double the price, and the palette is just like cuter in my opinion. So yeah, if you are kind of like, which one is better, which one should I get, if you have the money to get the gingerbread one, I definitely recommend the gingerbread one over the hot buttered rum one. Too Faced does this every year where they release a giant holiday collection, and they have some Sephora exclusives, some Ulta exclusives, and both of these palettes are available in both places. So I will link them down below for you if you want to check them out or buy them or whatever. But yeah, there's that. And then they also released a lip gloss set for their holiday collection, which is right here. I have this. I'm not uber impressed with the lip glosses this year. Last year they released a miniature melted matte lipstick kit that I liked a lot more. I thought it was a much better value, but these lip glosses are just kind of like so-so. They're very glittery and they don't have a whole lot of scent to them, yet they're marketed as like this like scent-tastic, like there's, I don't know. So, but it is good, it's cute, and it's good if you want to try out the Too Faced lip glosses, but it's not something that I would buy again, really, if I had the choice. So there's that. And then a Sephora exclusive this year was this little gingerbread bronzer and lipstick kit. It also comes with a little gingerbread like makeup bag that I have up there. But the bronzer I'm wearing on my face today, it's a little bit on the dark side. I had to buff it out a lot. It's called the Gingerbread Tan instead of Man. How cute is that, right? Packaging is absolutely adorable. It looks like this. There's a Gingerbread Man embossment that had a little bit of a white overspray on it that wiped off as soon as I used it. It's not completely matte. There's a bit of a sheen, like a golden sheen to it. But yeah, you can see this is what it looks like on. I had to buff it out a lot. And then the lipstick that comes with that is the Gingerbread Man lipstick. Now this is the same color as the liquid Gingerbread Man lipstick they've had for 3 years now. This is just in their Peach Perfect formula, and it smells, so I think it's supposed to smell like gingerbread. I feel like their gingerbread stuff smells like Cabbage Patch dolls. I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm the only weird one who thinks that, but yeah, let's go ahead and put some of this on our eyes and hop into it. Longest intro ever, right? I'm kind of notorious for that. So here's what the inside of the palette looks like. I love this palette. I love last year's palette and I love this palette. I've used last year's palette throughout the whole year. I know it's like a holiday palette, but I used it all year long, and I feel like I'll do the same with this one. The colors are super duper cute. There's like Lick the Spoon, Cookie Cutter, Soft and Sweet, Half Baked, For the Gram, like graham cracker, get it, in a pinch, Butterscotch. I mean, they're just so cute. The colors are, the names are really cute. And I love like warm pink colors. Like this color, Soft and Sweet, that matte pinky. I don't know why, but I love colors like that. They're on point. They're so cute. Too Faced, make more palettes like this because I love them. I think that the marketing, it's just so cute. There's lots of mattes in this palette, which is good. Last year's didn't have that many mattes in it. I'm gonna start with Vanilla Wafers, which is this color right here, and I'm just going to put it all over my eye as like a base color to kind of get things started. Shadows will usually layer better on top of a base coat like this, so that's why I'm doing that. Then I'm gonna go in with Plenty of Dough, which is also a matte, like slightly peach color, and Gingerbread Glam, which is another matte, like mid-toned brown. And I'm gonna mix them together to create like a crease color like this. Yeah, that's good. Gonna be kind of messy just to kind of get some definition to my crease. Okay, next I'm gonna go into Soft and Sweet, which is that matte pink color that I was telling you about. I don't know what it is about colors like this. There's a color like this in the Tartelette in Bloom palette that I've hit pan on. I just love like kind of pinky, matte pinky browns. I don't know, there's something about them, I just love them. I think they're so pretty. So I'm kind of stamping this on, not necessarily swiping it like I was with the other ones. And that way the color goes on a little bit more pigmented. This is also a denser blending brush, so it just helps to apply the product with a little bit more color. I'm focusing that mostly on the outer V, but dragging it in about halfway. Next, I'm gonna go into Lick the Spoon, which is right here. This is a shimmer, and it is a beautiful shimmer. I don't know how well you guys can see, but I love colors like this. It's just kind of like a cream color. There's also Cookie Cutter, which is kind of like a rose gold with the same type of finish, like a shimmery finish, but that one's not as pigmented. It's a little bit lighter. Can you even see? Oh yeah, you can see like that. So either one of those I think would be beautiful as an all over lid color, but I'm gonna go in with Lick the Spoon and a flat shader brush, and I'm just going to apply that all over the lid. This does have a bit of kind of chunky glitter in it that I have a feeling is gonna fall onto my cheeks, but that's okay. We'll just brush it away. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the more like dense blending brush, and I'm gonna go into, I'm torn between Hot Tamale and Cinnamon. I think I'm gonna do Cinnamon, which is more of like a brown red, whereas Hot Tamale is like a burgundy fuchsia red. Both of them are matte colors. And I'm just gonna stamp Cinnamon on the outer 1/3 of my eye, just to create some definition. Drag it up a little bit. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. Again, going back to my fluffy brush. Oh, this is a different one, but whatever. Any kind of fluffy blending brush, and just kind of blending out the edges of that. I think I'm gonna stop here. I could definitely, that is natural lighting from my window, by the way, those like sunspots, in case you're wondering what that is. You know what, I'm gonna go in with one more color, Cookie Call, which is a matte deep brown over there. And I'm gonna get a denser blending brush. Maybe a pencil brush is good. And I'm gonna focus this right on the outer corner, just barely, and my lash line, but just barely. Just like the outer 1/3 of my lash line. Yeah, there's definitely some fallout on my cheeks from that color Lick the Spoon. It's very like chunky glitter. And I have a feeling the glitter isn't gonna stay on my lids for very long, but it is really pretty. I'm actually gonna go in with my finger and the color Cookie Cutter. And I'm just gonna dot that in the center of my eye for a little bit more like pop of color. Okay, for my lower lash line, I think I'm gonna go into the pink color, Soft and Sweet. And this is the brush that I used with Cinnamon. It's a blending brush. And I'm just gonna put it on my lower lid and kind of buff it into my lash line. This is the point of every eye look where it looks a little scary, but trust me, once I add liner and lashes and all that, it's gonna look fine. Let's talk a little bit about the palette before I do that. So I loved all the colors that I used. I think they blended together really good. The only color that's a little bit, I don't wanna say disappointing, but messy is Lick the Spoon, because it had that chunky glitter in it. It's definitely, like, you can tell there's a lot of kickback on the actual like palette itself. But other than that, the colors that I used, I love that color, Soft and Sweet. I'm obsessed with it, and Cinnamon's really pretty too. So let's go through and swatch these, and then we'll hop into the rest of the video. Okay, so I'm gonna show you swatches of this half of the palette first, and then we'll hop into this half of the palette. And I kind of feel like you could section it off that way. Like those 9 colors alone would make a beautiful palette or beautiful look, and then those 9 colors are a little bit deeper, kind of more golden, more warm, and they would make a really good look on their own. But we're gonna talk about those 3 first. Okay, so first up, you could barely see it because it is a matte beige color. This is the color Vanilla Wafers. Again, it's basically the color of my skin tone, so it works for some people, it doesn't work for others. This one is Lick the Spoon. This one is very messy. You could feel the glitter chunks in it, but it is very pigmented and it swatches really well with like one swipe. The color next to it right here is called Plenty of Dough, and that one is a matte kind of peachy color. Swatched really well. I had to go over it a couple of times to get some pigment in it, but that's a really good crease color if you're fair-skinned. This color next to it is Cookie Cutter. These 2 are the ones that I said would make really good all over lid colors, and they are the 2 that I did put all over my lids. You can tell the difference in colors there. This one isn't quite as chunky with glitter as this one, but they both have like a little bit of shimmer and a little bit of glitter to them. Spicy Miami is this next one, swatched beautifully. That is one swipe down. It is super pigmented. There's definitely some glitter in it, like golden red glitter, but definitely a beautiful color. Nice and fall. Candy Queen is the next one right here. Again, really pigmented, swatched really well. That one has glitter in it also, but it isn't quite as noticeable. It's just like a pretty kind of like a shimmer color. Next to it is the one that I love, Soft and Sweet. Again, it's that matte kind of pinky color. It didn't swatch very well, surprisingly. I had to go over it like 3 times, so I had to build it up a little bit. But it's still a really pretty color. Next to it is Extra Spicy, which is like a peach matte color here. It looks a lot darker in the swatch than it does in the pan. I don't know why, but yeah, again, really pigmented, swatched really well. And then next to that one is Gingerbread Glam. This one I had to build up a couple of times, but their mattes are really good in this palette so far. Okay, so let's start out with For the Gram right here, which is a nice like mid-toned brown. This would be beautiful as a crease color. It does have some shimmer in it though. It's kind of like really hard to see. It's like a matte base with like slight flecks of maybe like a silver glitter that you can't even see. So it's kind of like why I even put the glitter in there, but it does swatch really good, and that would be a good crease color. Next to it is Half Baked, which is your quintessential kind of gold with gold shimmer in it. Next to that is Hot Tamale. So these are the 2 that I was saying are similar. They look similar in the pan. This one's more like fuchsia red, whereas this one is more of like a brown red, maybe. They're both matte. They're both beautiful, and they are different. This one swatches better. It's a little bit more pigmented. It has more pink in it, so it just depends kind of on what kind of look you're going for. Next to that one is another matte color. This is the color In a Pinch. I swatched Extra Spicy right underneath of it because they're both peachy mattes, and I wanted you to see the difference. So Extra Spicy is definitely darker. It has more pigment to it. It's more orange, almost like an orange red. Whereas In a Pinch is definitely more like a true peach. And also it's very splotchy. You'd have to build that one up, but that would make a really pretty crease color. Next to that is another matte color called Butterscotch. This is like a yellowy peach color. I don't typically go for colors like this on my eyes, but it did swatch really well. You can see if that's a color that you like. It's really nice and pigmented and matte. Next to that is Cinnamon. So those are the 2 here that I was talking about. Again, they're both mattes. This one I have on my eyes today. Next to that is Drizzle It, a really nice color. It was hard to build up on my finger, but once I got it on my finger, I just swatched it once and it swatched really nice. It's kind of like a rose gold copper color. Definitely some shimmer in that too, like a gold shimmer. Next to that is Cookie Call. It swatched horribly. It's a matte brown. It swatched horribly, but it went on my eyes okay. This is what I have like dotted on the outer V to make it a little bit deeper. And then next to that is a pretty unique color called Midnight Snack. It's a black base, a matte black base with blue glitter in it. I don't even know if you can see the blue glitter in it, but that's one swipe, so that is really impressive, really deep pigmented black. Okay, so here it is with liner and lashes, and I absolutely love the eye look, you guys. I think I like this palette more than last year's palette. I mean, they're both good, and I can justify having them both, but like if you're on the fence and you're trying to figure out which one you want, I mean, the old one has more pops of color in it. The pink gumdrop in this one is a lot brighter if you're looking for like pops of color. See that hot pink right there? There's a purple, like there's more colorful colors in this one, whereas this one is definitely a little bit more neutral. I think more wearable for the average person, but honestly I think they're both really good. Yeah, I like them both. I love Too Faced palettes, so I'm so excited that they came out with another one this year. That's what I'm trying to say. The last thing I want to do is put on the Gingerbread Man lipstick with you guys. So I have this lip liner from Bite Beauty. It's in the number 76. I don't know if they make these anymore. If they do, I will link it down below for you guys with everything else, so you can kind of, you know, check it out if you want to. But it's kind of like an orangey red. And then let's put the lipstick on. Now, if I remember correctly, I didn't love the formula of the Peach Perfect lipsticks. I felt like they were very waxy. So I hope I like this one. Oh, I love the color. It does feel pretty comfortable on my lips, but it is a little bit waxy, but it feels comfortable and it looks nice and it's a matte color, so I love it. I think it looks really good. It definitely goes really well with either of the palettes. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Gingerbread line for Too Faced holiday collection. They do have a lot more in this collection, in their holiday collection, than just the gingerbread stuff. So make sure you check out Ulta and Sephora and all that, but this is the stuff that I was most excited about. So I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. Again, if you're interested in any of these products, I'm gonna have them all directly linked in my description box down below so that you can check them out, find them easily, all of that stuff. But my teeth are looking really white, aren't they? Must be the lipstick or the lighting. Who knows? I haven't whitened them in forever, and I drink a lot of coffee, so who knows what's going on. But yeah, that is it. I'm gonna sign off for now, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.